Hey everybody. So let's talk a little bit about 0.10. Now I know a couple of videos ago I made quite an extensive presentation of what to be expected in 0.10. But meanwhile we have had a couple of updates land on top of that. In fact, we are now currently developing 0.11, and that would be out for the upcoming 1.3 patch of Arma Reforger. But in this video, I wanted to show you what new things you can find on top of the 0.10 preview presentation. Things that we've added since then. And it's going to be pretty short because the number of additions are not that many, but it's definitely worth a look. The current version on Workshop, and this will be the case until 1.3 comes out, is 0, 10, 40, 75. So let's have a quick look. One of the first things that was kind of already available at the time that 0.10 landed is the Mark 153 SMAW Mod 2. Now this is a standard issue anti-tank weapon found in the Marine Corps, and it comes in this curious setup where you have a payload attached from the back to the launcher, can be carried and reloaded by a single man, and also comes with a Picatinny rail to attach various aiming devices. So let's load it up. So like I said, Mark 153 Mod 2. And let's take a few of the available payloads for it. So one thing you want to add is a large backpack, because these rounds need to go somewhere. And let's see what is available to us. First of all is the Mark 80 Mod 0 SMAW NE, stands for Noble Explosive. It's a high explosive round. Then we have a Mark 3 Mod 0 HEDP round, so high explosive dual purpose rocket, made to be primarily used in anti-tank situations. And a Mark 6 Mod 0 HEAA, that would be a high explosive anti-armor, and it's an armor penetrating round. Let's load up all three rounds, take them with me. And let's take a look at some of the features of this wonderful rifle. So if I have a look at it, you will see by default it also has a setup for a sight and laser pointing attachment. Actually, you can find them also in the arsenal, and that would be the AN-PSQ-23 laser pointing attachment, as well as the AN-PAS-13G thermal sight. The combination of them is the SMAW MBS, the modular ballistic sight, and this is meant for especially for the SMAW. But you can also attach them to regular weapons using the normal attachments, PSQ-23 and PAS-13G. Now, the laser sight, the laser not designator, but more like a laser pointer device, has more features than your regular PEC 15 or 16, as in it allows you to laze and get ranges from let's say the targets that you point at, and display them on the screen in the back. That we will show right after this on a different weapon, but let's say you can also do this on the SMAW. All you have to do is turn it on, and you will see that the screen now displays some default values, 0, 0, 0. Let's move up to the range. One of the coolest things that the SMAW has in this configuration is the thermal sight. It has normal night vision behavior that is available in RHS, such as increasing and decreasing gain. So as you remember, there would be holding shift and moving the mouse wheel. But additionally, we have added a fire control system into here, which allows you to range and adjust your sight to accurately hit your targets. So when you're lasering, so when you're actually within the sight aperture, press the C key to laser the target, and you will see that the reticle has moved below where it was. There are 199 in the bottom left corner indicates the down range distance to the target. Now all I have to do is move the reticle over the target, and I have an accurate hit. Press C again to cancel your targeting. One of the coolest things, and thanks to Toxic and Bell for this, is the custom reload animation. So these things are quite unreal. By the way, every type of round comes with the correct markings and configuration. Now, when I'm looking at the target, I can also use the I key, and you can see it in the bottom left corner on my keyboard setup, to actually engage the PSQ-23 laser ranging capability. So if I move out, I can see that 406 meters at 353 azimuth, I have the target. Pressing C moves my target reticle again down. And then very accurate hit. Beyond 450, 500 meters, the reticle would be too far away to be effective. So make sure the round is reloaded when you're ranging. So again, otherwise it will not react. Whoop, cancel by C, hold your target, C, 500 meters, direct hit. This is going to be making sniping vehicles a lot easier. Now, the PSQ we've already touched on. So, like I said, you can use the I key, or you can look in your settings, controls, go down to RHS, and use the rangefinder attachment setting. You can change it to a different key. When you're in ADS, as in within the site, the past 13G site, you can also change the key binding. The PSQ, like I said, can be attached to a different weapon. So let's have a look at taking our let's drop the 153. PSQ can attach to a regular rifle. It's very large and to see the screen is a bit difficult, but it works the same. Turn it on, aim at your target, press I, and you get the distance. Normal lasing modes such as aim low infrared, dual low, aim high, dual high, and pulsing ranges are available just like on the standard PEX. Please see my other video on night vision capabilities on my YouTube channel. to check out how that works. Now, maybe this is a good time to also talk about the bipod, which you see on this weapon. Version 0.10.40.75 was the first test run for this capability, as detachable bipods are not really a thing in Arma Reforger. And in fact, it is quite a complicated thing to get it working. As you remember, we have static weapons that have bipods sort of attached, and the capability is always there. And you are able to rest your weapon on the bipod. But having one that can be detached from a weapon has never been, as far as I know, achieved in Arma Reforger. There was a capability available in Arma 3, but in Arma Reforger it was not there. So in order to utilize it, we have implemented just one attachable bipod. This is the SLM bipod, well, Harris bipod on the LT706 Picatinny rail system. And we've made just the M27 rifle so far compatible with it. In the next version of Arma, in 1.3 Arma Reforger, we will also make it compatible with the M4s and the AKs that have the Zenitco rails available. So how does it work? So when it is attached, you are able to mount your weapon normally, let's say on the point where it can be deployed. You are able to use your normal key binding for deployment of the bipod, which is on standard keyboard layout, the V Victor key held for a couple of seconds. And if you press C, you will mount it on the bipod. If you take the bipod off, so let's take off the bipod, press C, the weapon will rest on the rail. So it behaves quite correctly in this regard. It's also should be compatible with multiplayer mode, so you could correctly respond with it. So it also works in let's say on the ground. So if you lay on the ground, press C, you have correct mounting over there. But unfortunately, you can also mount to the ground when it's retracted. So this is something that we cannot do anything about. So we gotta live with it. So that was for the new systems. Let's have a look at some of the new toys that you get with this update. So first, let's look at the Russian arsenal, where we can find 3 new things. One that I'm very excited about is Bebra's new Spartan 3 helmet. So let's get to the helmet section. And you will find it on the 24th page. A number of variants, the Spartan 3 in ATAX configuration with ear protection. We have in multicam configuration and in olive. So let's put the olive green. And this got to be one of the funkiest helmets around. You will immediately notice that it looks a lot like the airframe, which basically it is a copy of. It is the Russian copy of the airframe helmet. We will use this model also to create the airframe helmet. There's very slight differences in them, but Weber has made the Spartan first. It does have a different mounting system than the American airframe version. But all in all, it's a really, really cool, in my opinion, really cool looking helmet with this unique design. As usual, you know, you can do the normal application of let's put this in, let's put a first this application of your railed and Velcro devices to the helmet. You know, all the features that we're used to, they're all there. Second helmet edition on the Russian side would be the 6B47 standard issue helmet with the new type of straps. So let's get to the helmets. This is one of the first ones. We have the 6B47, you know, the one that we're all used to with the old chin strap mounting system. And now we've added also the obscure chin strap version, which is basically the updated variant that has sort of the kind of fitting adjustment wheel on the back, and were present in the more recent editions of this helmet. From the vest side of things, on the Russian side, we have also the brand new, if I'm able to find it, so many, we have so many. So many vests. It is the Bagari body armor vest. It looks a little bit more plain than the other ones. It's mainly used for the interior troops, anti-terrorist division, SOBR. And it comes with a few variations on pouches. So it's one of the bulkier, let's say, suit setups. Let's get rid of that. And let's move on to another very exciting new addition. And this is something you might have seen us show around on Discord, public Discord, is the proliferation of the Canadian equipment within the Ion arsenal. So let's take a look at what's become available in the last update. So first of all, in the Ion arsenal, you will find an ECH helmet. Until such time as we have a Canadian helmet, we've chosen to put the ECH low-cut helmet there, compatible with various cat pad covers. So you'll find that arid, temperate, and the new multi-terrain covers applicable to the ECH for now. At a certain point, probably we'll have a proper Canadian helmet. In fact, there are some already obscure type of helmets coming up in the next release, but yeah, this is quite nice. From the clothing line, you will see that G3s are available in cat pad variants. so normal cargo pants and G3 uniforms. But also you will find the CCUE pants, which are specifically Canadian Combat Uniform Ensemble, a new issue type of uniform in the Canadian pattern. So if you're, you know, looking to roleplay as the Canadian Army, we got you covered now at RHS. Well, I mean, thanks a lot to the fact that we do have Canadian members. And it's now with sort of a Green 4 arsenal in the mod. It's kind of cool to have this capability to add this kind of stuff. We don't have yet appropriate vest gear for Canadians, but okay, you can play around to make a sort of believable setup at this point. Rifles also. I mean, most likely you would probably have to use something like a M16A2 until some type of C8 rifle can make an appearance. But well, we're still thinking about it. To make the picture complete, you will also find Canadian flag patches that we can stick all around. Let's put them into everything. Yeah. So now, of course, the whole world will also know that you are a proper Canadian troop. Finally, another type of helmet has been added to the Iron Arsenal, and this specifically is the X-Fel Ballistic, also known as the Team Wendy helmet. It is notable by its quite unique angular form shapes, and actually the cool thing about it in our arsenal, of course, it comes in a few versions. Like tan and black, and later on it will also come with very cool new covers and battery pack attachments, but you can look forward to that in the next update. So to wrap things up, this is version 0.10.4075, which is the last stable version for 1.21 Arma Reforger. Look forward to seeing you in Reforger 1. So we will be there hopefully in a few weeks, at which point we'll have new goodies to show you. Have a good day.